Hey folks, Eric here, the Whatever Guy, because it really is whatever me. And do you folks want to know about these California marijuana operators suing these hemp-derived THC operators? You guys stick around, man. I'll talk to you about that. As you guys know, man, my name is Eric. I am the Whatever Guy. I shoot videos a couple days a week, basically keeping you guys updated in the world of Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, hemp cannabis is what's going on around. Sitting here bullshitting around on an early Friday morning in my kitchen and getting some work done. As you guys know, man, I've got a location over in Pensacola now, and you guys, I have been hitting on this saucy THC diamonds cart or disposable from over at Herb for the last couple of weeks, man. These are super, super good, man. Like these are the only thing that I have been carrying in my pocket lately. These are 3 gram herb devices, as you guys can see. These are saucy, they call them saucy THC diamonds. They've got Delta 8, THCa, and THCH in them. I've been hitting these, and I've been hitting their THCa diamonds. They're liquid dab, or I think they're called liquid batter is what they're called. But I've been hitting those quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. And these are the only thing that I've actually been hitting. So we're actually carrying these over at glplusco.com. You guys can hit glplusco.com to pick these up. And you can also hit us at 1408 West 9 Mile Road in Pensacola, Florida. We've got all of these cool products that I like to use in the background that I use behind the scenes are always in that shop over there. As you guys know, I used to have a much bigger channel than I have now. In 2,000 videos, I probably got a little bit of knowledge on what the good products are in the industry. And obviously, I'm trying to put those in the store over there. So you guys check it out, glplusco.com. And today we're going to move on and talk about these California operators suing these hemp-derived THC operators. And I told you guys many times before, as these states start to legalize recreational marijuana, you're noticing that the state comes right behind it and starts to ban Delta 8 products and stuff like that. And I've said many times before, we're talking about that fucking farm bill up there, that the people that are pushing the direction of the farm bill are not guys that are good for the hemp industry. These are the marijuana operators. They're the alcohol operators. They're the tobacco operators. Those guys want to get control of this industry right here, and they basically want to wipe us out and get us out of there. They don't want you to be able to go down the road and get relief from anybody but them. Like they spent these millions of dollars to get these licenses, bribing these senators and bribing these these representatives and all this other stuff. They're not going to, it's a monopoly. They're not going to want you to be able to go down the road to a gas station and pick up a product that they want to sell in their store. So they're going to try to shut everybody down. So we're going to move over here to an article over here at MJ Biz Daily. And this article right here going to break it down pretty easy. And what you're going to notice as we move down is that there are quite a few of the big operators in the minor cannabinoid space that are actually named in this article. It says companies connected to a prominent San Diego marijuana retail brand are suing 10 competitors that sell hemp-derived cannabinoid products, according to court documents obtained by MJ Biz Daily. Noting that state law bans hemp-derived products that contain Delta 8 THC, a lawsuit filed September 14th in San Diego County Court claims the hemp retailers are selling edibles, vape cartridges, and other products that contain more THC than what's allowed at state licensed cannabis stores. The defendants, and here it goes, guys, like they're basically accusing these operators of selling stuff that is more potent than what they're selling in their recreational dispensary. And that's the caveat to this whole thing, guys. Like, I've said many times before, there's no need for you to run down and get a medical license. There's no need for you to go down and be on some sort of state funded list, that has all your information on it. You can literally have products like this shipped to your house that are more potent than what you're able to get at a recreational dispensary or any medical dispensary in the nation. The defendants include the San Francisco Bay Area corporate parent of popular marijuana-based brand Cookies, which started advertising intoxicating hemp-derived products for sale via direct mail in 12 states earlier this year. The plaintiffs are California licensed marijuana companies, including retailers and distributors, that are all connected to well-known Southern California retail chain March and Ash, according to the San Diego Tribune. Named plaintiffs include March and Ash retail locations in San Diego and Imperial counties, according to the documents. Plaintiffs also include Santa Rosa-based licensees Kind House Distribution and CRFT Manufacturing, both of which are affiliated with Northern California-based producer Canacraft. Okay, so basically, what you guys have to understand here is some of the people that they're talking about aren't actually minor cannabinoid people. These are actually people that are marijuana producers that have stepped into the minor cannabinoid space, that are putting products on the shelf that happen to be more popular or more potent than what they can sell in their division. So like these are some of these operators are the marijuana operators, but a lot of these obviously are the hemp derived cannabinoid operators that we're fixing to talk about here in just a second. The plaintiffs are seeking a court order blocking sales of hemp-derived products in question, as well as unspecified damages, including legal fees. In addition to Cookie's Creative Consultant and Promotions, the parent company of prominent Cookies brand, the lawsuit names. Now, you guys have to understand that Cookies is a big marijuana brand, and they have stepped into, like I said, the hemp-derived cannabinoid space. All these other people right here that I'm fixing to name out, I believe, are just minor cannabinoid operators. That would be Binoid, Cali Extracts, Cannably, Cut Leaf Stores, Delta Extracts, Hazy Extracts, Savage Enterprises, 3C, and Tree Wellness. And I'm assuming that 3C is probably 3Chai because they have named a couple of the biggest operators in the space: Binoid, Cali Extracts, and obviously Delta Extracts. Those are super, super big, and they are nationally based, and they make a lot of money in the space. And I would suffice to argue that Binoid usually comes out with the newest products first. Like if you want to know what the next new cannabinoid is, Binoid's usually right on top of that. I normally can kind of follow Binoid to find out exactly what's going to be hitting in the market lately. Binoid is super at the very tip of what's going on in the space, and they are always coming forward with super, super potent products. According to court documents, the plaintiffs are accusing the 10 competitors, some have brick and mortar retail locations, of having brazenly flooded the California's marketplace with these highly intoxicating and chemically synthesized illegal designer drugs with the intention to evade and undermine California's comprehensive system to control and regulate cannabis products. Since the hemp-derived source material must undergo a chemical process before it can become potentially intoxicating and thus marketable, the end products do not qualify as a legal industrial hemp or raw product under California, the lawsuit alleges. Okay, so basically what they're arguing here is for what you guys have to understand is that the federal government themselves has taken a cannabis plant and split it into two separate plants. So the cannabis and the hemp plant are the same plant, guys. It's the same plant, but the federal government has stated if you grow a marijuana seed and it comes up out the ground and it has less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC, that cannabis plant is no longer a cannabis plant. It is now a hemp plant. Now, here's the thing. Inside that hemp plant, you still have all the cannabinoids that would have been relevant in the marijuana plant. The Delta-8, the Delta-9s, the CBNs, all that stuff is still relevant in that hemp plant, although it is in there in such minute amounts that they would have to extract it. And so it's not cost effective for them to extract that minor amount of Delta-8 out of the hemp plant. So what they're doing is they're extracting the full spectrum CBD, and then they're converting that in a lab over to the Delta-8 or Delta-9 that they want. And that's the argument. That's the argument that these minor products are synthetically created. Now, the Delta-8 is naturally found in a hemp plant. And like I said, it's just not naturally, it's not cost effective. You know, there would be a lot of waste if you were just able to pull the little bit of Delta-8 out of a plant. You'd have to throw the rest of the plant away. But so what they're doing is they're using the full plant, pulling the full spectrum CBD out of it, and then converting that over to Delta-8 in a lab. It says, since the Insta it says the defendants have yet to file a response to the complaint, according to court records. States across the country, including California, have sought to curtail hemp-derived cannabinoid products through restrictions and outright bans, but enforcement has proved difficult. For those of you that are not aware, the hemp-derived space is a much, much larger space right now than the marijuana space. And those guys that are in the marijuana space are all going in one direction, and everybody in the hemp space seems to be just out here trying to grab their money as quick as possible. And I've got news for you guys. If we don't get into a position where we're all going in the same direction, they're going to kill this industry. And this is a $5 billion industry currently in the United States right now. The amount of people that would be out of jobs and out of business if they were to shut these minor cannabinoids down tomorrow would be crazy. For those marijuana operators out there that are touting this great move from cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, you guys are effed up too, because here's the thing. As they move it to Schedule 3, that would allow these pharmacy companies and these drug companies to come in here and take over the marijuana business. You guys are worried about us when you should really be worried about those big pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that are out there that are trying to get cannabis moved to Schedule 3 so that they can put marijuana in these pharmacies and be able to get it prescribed by doctors, and they're going to take over the industry. If you go over to Georgia right now, you guys can look. They've actually allowed low THC products inside of pharmacies right now because they're talking about moving marijuana to Schedule 3, and that's the argument right there, guys. Like, you guys are all bound and determined that you're going to shut down the hemp-derived cannabinoid space, but you're not watching out what's going on with the pharmaceuticals, because those guys are coming right behind you. And as soon as cannabis gets moved to Schedule 3, it will now be a prescribable product, and you can bet that these pharmaceutical companies are going to move in and take it over. All right, folks, Whatever Guy signing off. Hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you guys more tomorrow, man. Love you guys. See ya.